Welcome to Arsenal Online. Here you'll find the latest stories in this thrilling season so far for the Gunners. Let's take a quick look at the latest news from the Emirates Stadium. Frustration as Gunners stall shows where Arteta must strengthen. Arsenal's January transfer priorities became clear as the Gunners were held to a frustrating draw against Southampton on Sunday afternoon. Mikel Arteta's Premiership leading boys were held to a disappointing 1-1 draw with Southampton as Manchester City closed the gap at the top of the Premier League. Arsenal slipped up as they were held to a 1-1 draw by struggling Southampton at St Mary's on Sunday, and it's clear Mikel Arteta's side may need to reinforce the squad in January to sustain the excellent start to the season. If they are to remain genuine contenders this season, then there needs to be fresh legs in Arteta's tired and injury-hit squad. The league leaders were largely dominant in the first half and could easily have extended their lead had it not have been for Saints goalkeeper Gavin Bazunu, who made several important saves for his team. Arsenal wasted chances in front of goal, but it only took Granit Xhaka 11 minutes to open the scoring in another excellent performance from this rejuvenated midfielder. It seemed as though the Gunners were on course for another routine victory after winning 9 of their 10 matches prior to this one. But Southampton dug in and they thwarted Arsenal at every turn and eventually claimed an equaliser and a much-needed point for them through Stuart Armstrong in the 65th minute. That brought Arsenal back to earth with a bang, which may not be a bad thing for them. It wasn't a poor performance. They held 60% of the possession, but they just could not find the back of the net, partly because of the inspired Bazunu. Nonetheless, Arteta needs to invest in some quality in the January transfer window to offer reliable options in certain areas of the field, particularly the final third. Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli have been sublime this term, but when either or both are not available, the difference is remarkable. Martin Odegaard is excellent, always, but he does seem tired at the moment. His captaincy duties are weighing heavily on him, and Gabriel Jesus was frustrated yesterday in the final third in his attempts to find the net. Arsenal need extra firepower. Eddie Nketiah was introduced, but he was operating out wide, which is not his natural position and not the best place for him. So there needs to be better cover for Martinelli and Saka other than Smith Rowe, who is also currently injured. Arsenal needs some extra quality in the wide areas and a player who is capable of putting serious pressure on Saka and Martinelli as well as to fill in for them. That way Arteta can keep things fresh and his players will remain on their toes. His young squad cannot be expected to maintain this level of brilliance across the course of a whole season when they are competing against teams like Manchester City who have such strength in depth. Although Arsenal are more than capable of matching City right now, it is likely to be tiredness that will separate these two sides over the season, especially when you factor in the Europa League and a World Cup campaign as well. It's obvious that Martinelli and Saka are in need of some rest and now, but Arsenal cannot operate at the same level without them. Speculation was rife over signing Pedro Neto, Moussa Diaby and Jeremy Pino in the summer, but Arsenal may now have to broaden their search in the hunt for a January target. It is a dilemma, but it can be solved in one or both of two ways. Arsenal do need to open their purse strings again come January, which hasn't been a problem for Arteta's leadership. They need to invest in quality options, or they could trust their youngsters to step up and show their talents. Maybe it needs to be a combination of both. Thank you for watching our channel. Please subscribe and ring that bell if you would like the latest news from Arsenal Online.